Let's go game kedua bang ya.
Let's see if the answers are going to be
1-0
enough. Let's load up
LPH.
onto game.
We've seen Zyda play it before.
Let's go, ini dia,
It's one of his
ini dia.
favorite heroes. And also,
Game kedua.
getting the Bane again. And mind you, we saw the synergy
Zaydan
between the Yuzhong and the Kimi.
depan,
It's
bos.
undefeated right now in terms of hero synergy.
Mau ngetes
What do
kah?
we think about game one or game
TLP,
2
ha?
here in Redmar?
Alright, so the same thing for every Bane game. No matter how good the early to mid game of Team Liquid Philippines is, are you ready for when Benny QT gets that Holy Crystal and most likely the Lightning Cruncher second item, depending
Penasaran
on what
kayak
he's
LPH sama
deciding to
Fanny-nya,
go for.
Zayda.
Because that's always the inevitable power spike when you have that Bane. So they will try to take control of the early game with putting pressure through the Yuzhong. They can somewhat be okay with letting Benny QT just be somewhat not too freely farming, just temper it a little bit.
Yeah, and it's actually the debut pick for the Edith this season. We did discuss that it's not entirely new to us, but I guess I was really surprised about it showing up right now.
Serut. Itu dia Fanny.
The more surprising part.
You can hear the crowd. Zyda, I don't know. It doesn't matter who's playing it. Whenever they see a Fanny, you get a first blood. Everybody loves it.
Yeah, just about we said them putting pressure on the EXP lane.
Yeah, good thing TNC countered back. That's not how you want to start when you're up against a Fanny. I mean, it's not like it's going to be like, oh, GG, no way Team Liquid's going to make a comeback from this, but that's not how you want to start things off against a Fanny, against an iconic Fanny. The last time we saw this, he went perfect, no deaths, and got an MVP performance with it.
It's just something about it's something about the hero Fanny. You know, there's not that many junglers left competitively around the world that will pick it up and have the confidence to bring it in this situation. Again, it's only game 2 in a best of 7, but if somehow you get a better start here than what TNC had in the game 1, that's the best case scenario. They're blitzing this turtle though. I don't think JP is going to be able to do much, and it looks like this is going to
Ujungnya
TNC
mau
unless
ngawasi.
Oh, can Carl even actually catch up? 3 bars just gonna block the way. JP2 will be falling down. Sanford already using the Primal Wrath. But TNC don't want to fight. They just actually want to take the turtle.
Yeah, great discipline to not go for even more kills. Again, this is Zyda on a Fanny in Broken Walls. For the longest time, we always thought never play Fanny in Broken Walls. It's going to be way too tough, but he just looks comfortable with it. It doesn't feel like that there are broken walls on the map with it in his hand. He tried to time the entry perfectly. He still got the turtle. TNC Pro Team, they can just continue snowballing through here now.
Yep, and what's happening here is Benny Cutie is able to just go ahead and do his thing. You know, he can farm up, got a little bit of extra gold over there, and we all know that that's a timing thing for this Bane. Definitely going for that Holy Crystal. Once he has that, he'll be a big burst of damage right now. Zyda mostly.
Wow.
Fracture Pulse thrown out, but JP trying to go ahead and put some pressure here on Zyda. We know that they can't fall behind because the minute that they fall behind, TLPH did this in the previous game too. They'll put pressure. Whoa, Sam's gonna flicker out defensively. Good usage of the Glorious Pathway.
Yeah. It's a bit too obvious that Team Liquid might want to start playing or rotating a bit more aggressively. But TNC are just too quick to react as well. They have enough ways to stop you in your tracks if ever they wanted to. Imagine that. Just with the Glorious Pathway, the flicker was forced out of Sanji.
Yeah, the retribution of Carl TZ2, that was the most expensive reaction to a Glorious Pathway ever.
Yeah.
With barely anything happening in the map at that point. So that was a great call by Champion to drop the ultimate down order to the Heptasis for Zyda. Doesn't have a significant lead over Carl TZ.
Oh, no, wait.
Oh, wow. Itu Fanny ya.
Zyda, bro.
Look, even we don't get to react on time with the amount of speed that Zyda's using this Fanny with.
If Lancy is Luna, Zyda is Fanny.
It's Fanny. And, you know, the crowd knows it too over here on this side of TNC. That's going to give them an opportunity to just take this second turtle. Not sure if Oheb and JP want to do anything. They're getting the information, but yeah, it's just another objective in the hands of TNC. Great start for them. You're 2-0 on the Fanny. Zyda scaling up really well. He's going to go for Oheb.
Oh, now he wants Oheb. Cutthroat already committed. Deadly catch as well. Does Oheb get to dodge this? He doesn't! And now Zyda still goes in. AOG committed by JP.
Reflect dari
and they
Zyda.
get to save Oheb.
Yeah, don't run Wolf King. Second skill, saved himself with it. Good thing they weren't able to give another kill there to Zyda. If that was another kill for Zyda, that would have been even bad news, because that means that's both side lanes already losing for Team Liquid Philippines.
Which is interesting, because when you look at this, yeah, he's got kills, but Carl TZ is doing an okay job at keeping things even
Yeah.
against Zyda here in terms of
Yeah,
economy.
and
He's already got
yeah.
his first item as well, Hunter Strike, and then of course Zyda's doing a lot of damage because he's got that Blade of Hephaestus working the next. And there you go, Benny Cutie now has the Holy Crystal. That's a big item pickup for him.
Decided to rush it. Doesn't care about the fact that a little bit of movement speed, you know, some basic moves goes well for the main. No, just go straight for the Holy Crystal. It's fine. You don't need to pack boots.
You're already fast
You're already fast.
when you're drinking.
Yeah, you drink your ale, you go faster. I wish real life was like that.
I mean, it could, depending on, you know, depending on what you're drinking.
Sip water would get that.
Sip water, that's what
That
I'm
will make
talking
you
about.
get fast.
Yeah, that's how you stay hydrated, Redmar. You know, stay hydrated with sip. But yeah, that's what they're gonna do. The next turtle too, he might even rotate to the other side of the map for that last turtle, just because, you know, locking in that item gives him a big burst damage,
Yeah.
and you can play into this. I think part of this too is, yeah, you can see Carl Teasy, he's doing fine. I think he's turned into a point where he's like, let me just farm up and do my thing.
Honestly, that's one of the most surprising parts, because this is one of considerably the best starts you could have against Liquid. Denying them of the first 2 turtles,
Yes.
which I think we've pointed out multiple times whenever we try to discuss the keys to victory. But now Sanford, he might have a bit more tools to deal with these potential pick-off attempts. But what he doesn't know is that there are actually 3
Sorry,
members
Mati.
waiting for him at that spot. So he has
telat gitu
absolutely
loh.
no way out of it. Black Dragon form, does 3-Mar commit? He's just gonna zone them out.
Yeah, he already used the Petrify. Right now, I'm not really seeing the vision as to why they go ahead and pick up the Edith. Zyda gets clipped a little bit by Carl Teasy there in the bottom lane. Retribution still active for both. TNC needs to slow this down because Carl Teasy gets to steal it. Look at Jack. No.
Ooh, but then
Mati.
if they could get another kill, then they might not be the option. Sandy nearly got to take the kill on Lancey, but somehow he's still alive. Benny Cutie though, they have to avoid this. Dangling
Masih kena dong.
Carl Teasy has nowhere to run.
I told you Benny's gonna join the fight for the 3rd turtle, and he aggressively flickered forward for
my
Carl
goodness.
Teasy.
This has been the story for TNC Pro Team. Their side lanes have been more active and have been felt more in the map. And with Fanny leading the charge, look at Zyda again. Ooh. Sanford in the bottom lane getting
Oh
pressured.
no, Sanford.
1v3 once again. Primal Wrath already used. He has the flicker too, so he'll probably be safe. AOG, but he doesn't get to land it in the right spot.
Oh, everything just being thrown out here on both sides. Sanford actually able to use the Primal Wrath and survive this time. I think he's tired of getting just beat up in the side of the lane, but he's gonna have to deal with it for a little longer. It's now up for TNC. I'd say this has been going great for them. They've got a nice little bit of a lead. They need to start getting some space on the map to work with.
Yeah.
This next Lord comes up in about a minute.
Yeah, at this point, it's TNC's ball to drop. Because Team Liquid Philippines, they're waiting for the Carl Teasy timer. They're waiting for their Yi Sun Shin to be really farmed up. It's going to take a long time, but that's why you pick up the Edith. That's why you pick up the Ruby. You pick up 2 very static, very slow, but lane-holding side laners to give a little bit more room for Carl Teasy in the jungle. One of the main reasons, though, why this plan is going to get delayed is because of that kill Benny Cutie got onto Carl in the last major sequence that we saw. So good use of the flicker, the fact that he went all the way from the top lane to the bottom lane. Ben Cutie knows the timings of this Bane very well.
Yeah, that's why Zyda finally got to overtake Carl in terms of EXP. And possibly even a lot more gold now. Oh,
Burn?
the red tree.
Oh, masih mati dong.
That wasn't even the red tree.
That was just
Percaya.
burn from the
Lethal ignition.
lethal ignition, yes.
Oh,
That's lethal. That's what they do.
it's so tough. I've seen 2 Varsas struggle
You're right.
in 2 days,
Yeah.
and I am not feeling good about it.
Okay, well, TLPH isn't feeling good about how things are going either. Right now, they're going to have to make a decision. Do we actually contest this? As JP is just taking everything, he's got to be careful. He's less than half health. He's going to go ahead and regen up, but TNC, they don't have a clear take for this while Zyda grabs his buffs. That's the priority here. It would be amazing if TLPH is somehow able to take this, given how everything has gone for the past 4 minutes or so. It's going to be up to them to just decide, do we actually want to contest it? And I think it's up to TLPH also to turn this game in their favor. Who's going to be able to do that? Probably this is where we have to see JP and Sanford pull something up their sleeves here.
But will they actually have the damage?
Yeah, and Benny's here too. They have to worry about Benny. 3-Mar already using the Black Dragon form. Oh no, Carl! Using his Traceland out.
Waduh, mati dong.
Finds him. They get to
Mati semua ini.
secure the kill. And one more. AOG right Cutie just to punish him right there. But that's what they'll
Itu
get.
udah
A
free
1-for-2
Lord itu.
trade. And losing Carl was not what they wanted.
Everyone did their job perfectly from the side of TNC Pro Team. 3mar, especially the two-man Furious Dive, Petrify. Zaido uses the ultimate on the Little Wanderer.
Yeah, clearly that was supposed to be Sanji, but 3mar though, he gets to walk away from this Lancy too. Won't go down.
Go for the Lord. They get this though. They might be able to secure this out. They're gonna try to do it.
Oh, they
Nice.
are! But was that the right choice? Olaf jumping in! Might just pick up two, but the traction pulse, it actually saved Lancy, and Chaknu deals with Sanji all by himself. There goes the
Purify,
Unfended,
nice.
but Lancy has to purify.
Look at Lancy, man. That's not Lunox. That's not Kimmy. That's Lunox with a gun.
Oh man, and it went again. They managed to get the Lord, but they lost a lot out of that too. TLPH able to pick up a couple of kills. TNC, how do they play into this? They already got the tier 1s down. Ideally, they get a tier 2.
Yeah.
But this is going to be tough because of the fact that Zyda and Chaknu went down.
Yeah, the timings of it are off as well. No minion waves in the mid just yet. So they're not clearing up the minions. Team Liquid Philippines are committing bodies up top to stop the Lord. If TNC fast clear mid enough, but no, they can't read the map because Team Liquid Philippines aren't showing themselves. They'll clear it. Minion wave crashing through mid. They might be able to get the top turret though. That might be their saving grace with this Lord push.
See what they get here. TLPH clears out that mid wave. Their goal is to maintain what they can. They just might have to say goodbye to this tier 2.
Conceal.
Chaknu pops Conceal. Could be stopped in the tracks though. TLPH will lose that turret, but they'll deal with the Lord here. Deadliest catch into a pathway, but no go.
Yeah.
That's all they get. A tier 1 turret up top.
They get to the tier 2
tier 2.
at the bottom as well, though, so they were able to space things out 4-1. That layering of the Glorious Pathway and the Deadly Catch could have been better. Could have been a little bit sharper, but hey, TNC Pro Team, they're not going to complain. They have the lead again. They're still holding on to it, and Team Liquid Philippines still scrambling. Now, though, because of the last sequence, we saw what a big combination Flicker coming in from the Ruby can actually do
Yes.
for Team Liquid Philippines. So if TNC Pro Team get caught out like that again, it's going to be a very expensive team fight for them. They need to watch their spacing. They need to watch out for OHEB's Ruby.
Yeah, and that was just a Flicker, not the I am offended. Don't run Wolf King. So he just tried to put himself in between those two members of TNC who were already really low, but that could also be the I'm offended. So maybe if Team Liquid Philippines start playing this a bit more aggressively, they could potentially find much more favorable pickups, but ideally, you have to have a clear idea of where Benny Cutie is. I feel like Benny Cutie and his sudden burst damage could be the major difference maker in the team fights later on.
And the one that's going to feel that the most and has been feeling that pressure is Sanji. Sanji's such a big component of that damage profile that TLPH has, and a lot of times it's either Zyda or it could be Benny as well that forces him to either end that Feathered Airstrike early or even to go ahead and wings by wings out. That's happened a lot of times. So Sanji, he's the one dealing with the most pressure, I feel like, right now for TLPH in terms of survivability. And that's something they're going to have to work with. Real quick, though, you guys can take a look at this. This is the Infinix GT30 Pro Experience victory for every Modlong gamer. Right now, we're getting a good look at Zyda here on the Fanny.
Infinix
That's how you do
GT30 Pro
this is how you
sebagai
clear
sponsor
minion
dari
waves with a
Infinix
fan.
banget.
You need finger sleeves.
I never knew just basic
And
attack.
triggers.
Triggers. Yeah.
Okay, now Lord's up. We're almost 14 minutes in. Zyda, is he going to go?
Oh, that's some Echo tactics right there.
I was going to say, good check there. Oh, Chaknu.
Oh, the damage seems to be
Terus,
quite
oh, ada
equal.
flicker.
Sanji, but Zyda's
Paninya
trying to
datang.
hunt him down though. He just stays
Nyari Barca.
on top of the wall, and Zyda couldn't find him. There goes the counter AOG, forcing out the Purify from Lancy, but 3mar still decides to go in. Zyda too looking for a target, but JP, he couldn't handle the damage. There goes
miss
Sanford.
flicker.
Not gonna be enough. Carl Teasy gets caught as well. One by one, Liquid are falling. Chaknu seems to be the only trade can OM handle is all alone. It might be a no. They have to walk away. It's only him and Sanji.
What a bloody fight. They just ignore the Lord and they decided to fight anyway. That's what we're going to see here. TNC unfortunately
No flicker
aren't
itu,
able to
no flicker.
capitalize just yet, but they will start up the Lord.
Yeah, JP got caught out there because he saw the gears turning in Team Liquid Philippines' heads. They wanted to join in. They wanted to fight. But Benny Cutie didn't throw his sharks out just yet. Once the sharks were finally thrown out, that's when Liquid decided to go forward. Sanford missed out the Earth Shatter. There we go. Earth Shatter flicker. And then TNC decided to punish. Sorry, it's too similar to Land Shaker,
I was
okay?
gonna say.
And then for
The land shakes and shatters.
yeah.
Yes.
Now, again, I asked Liquid, why the Edith? Why not something with a little bit more lockdown? Maybe even why the Ruby? Was the Ruby your answer to the Fanny? It's not really working out. No one's protecting Sanji. No one's protecting Carl TZ. Zyda is eating good.
Yeah, the way it's a red 3 Ruby pick felt like it was a response to the Fanny. Because they could have run out of options to counter it. But they can't even find the right timings to use those multiple layers of CC. Because Zyda, he's just such a difficult target to catch.
We'll see if they can figure it out here. This might be the moment for TLPH to go ahead and layer down that crowd control if they can. The Lord's going
Jebol.
to march in, charge into this bottom
Atasnya.
base turret of TLPH. They'll lose that one, holding on to the mid and the top. Seal's going to be used. Dragon form pops to TNC wants to go.
Okay,
Whoa.
JP finds where the other members of TNC are trying to go. Sanji
Nggak
already
bisa,
caught by
harus
the
mundur.
Trap Impulse, doesn't have the Feathered Airstrike either, but all they want is to defend the Lord for now. Team Liquid saw it coming. They will probably definitely lose one base turret there.
Yeah, I also appreciate the growth by TNC Pro Team. If this was the regular season, they would have committed that fight heavily. Probably lost members, and then suddenly it's a Team Liquid swing, but they stuck to their discipline. Chapnu usually would have just stacked all the way, kept
Yeah.
Oheb all the way back, maybe even go for Sanji under the base turret, but no, he decided to back off. So you see the growth here, you see the discipline. And this comeback from Team Liquid Philippines will really have to come from the fact if they can catch Zyda off guard. I'm not even just looking at Benny and Lancey anymore. They need to somehow find this miraculous start wherein Zyda gets caught out by Oheb and everyone else by Team Liquid. They take the Fanny down right away. Because you got the dude doing things like that. You need this Fanny out if you want to fight properly for Team Liquid. And then after that, then you can think about, okay, what about the Sharks coming out of the Bane? What about 3mar with his Furious Dive Petrify? You can think about that later. Just take the Fanny out first.
Which is hard to do. I mean, look at
Exactly.
his itemization. And not only trying to catch Zyda, but then his itemization. He's got the wings, he's got a brute force breastplate.
Yes.
You know, like, and of course the mobility is a factor into actually taking him out too. So a lot, if you look at it that way, it's like TLPH has to give so much
Yeah.
Yep.
just to handle Zyda. And that's like one of the main problems. Benny Cutie is the other one. I don't know how many stacks he has on the Sky Piercer either, but even without it, he's got Big Damn. Like, he's got the Holy Crystal, Divine Glaive, the Lightning Crushing, and I believe the Wings. So he's eating good too. And that's why part of this idea is whether it's Chaknu, whether it's 3mar setting things up, it doesn't matter. They're able to catch someone, and if they kind of feign their engagement with a Glorious Pathway, then it could actually work in their favor. Also, with that kind of lineup, you have such a good advantage when it comes to dealing with this Lord take here. You can see that they're going to get the positioning favored with TNC right now.
Did they see him?
Oh, did they see
Check the
him?
bush, check the bush.
Okay, so Oheb's actually helping Carl TZ out here. That's why.
Mati nggak?
Oh, JP.
Masih ada
AOG
ulti.
out. Major resource already committed from Liquid. But
Yep.
Chaknu, is he going to be the target? Carl TZ. They spot Zyda.
Yep.
They can't fully commit.
Look at that formation. Sanford, Oheb really just standing in front of Carl TZ and Sanji together to protect their main sources of damage here. JP still about to come back.
Yeah.
While TNC slow things down, they're not going to rush it. They want to get the buffs onto Zyda first. Another thing we should be looking at the next big team fight is how 3mar's going to be using the Yuzong. So far, he hasn't been heavily diving into the backline way too much. He's using the Dragon to threaten, and then he rejoins the other members of TNC when, say, JP or Sanford get too close. Then he uses the Petrify. If he veers off away from that and overcommits onto Sanji and Carl TZ, that might be something TNC wouldn't want to happen.
There's also going to be a push down on that long lane on the other side of the map. And he's going to have to deal with that. Look at this half health of the Lord here. Is TNC able to commit? They'll be backed off of it though. Angie Jordan,
Siapa
the
yang
final
dapat?
wrap pop too.
Yep, they're trying to
Flicker,
burst everything down
Sanjinya.
all at once. Chaknu the first to fall. Thumar
Mati
actually
aja.
hunting Carl. But who gets the objective?
Mati dapat
It's
Zyda.
still going to be Zyda. Will 3mar be punished though? AOG committed onto him. Zyda looking for a target. It might be Sanji next. But there goes the onward from Sanford. for Liquid.
Nah,
but
datang.
flickers in. Finds the kill on Saji. Even Oheb, he's making things happen even though they lost Saida.
Oh my goodness, it's Sanford. He's trying to buy time. The Lord was already...
Hilang langsung.
It'll be a triple for Benny Cutie, maybe Bane Cutie.
3 kills, Lord marching in. Daddy and Carl teasing. Yes, I call him Daddy. That's his moniker, okay? Trying to defend. This is going to be way too tough. I think this is it. TNC might take it here unless
Something can happen here. This is
Paksa
a
ini.
miracle. Can they defend?
Paksa ini setengah lagi tuh
Trying to tag the damage.
base-nya.
Distraction pulse already deadly.
Si Derry lang, satu sama bang ya.
And clearly that's it.
Gigi bos.